Hey guys, it's Britt. Tonight we're here to talk about Ken. Ken Walks is back in action and he has a new business venture that he is sharing with social media. And in my opinion, there are a few red flags, so I wanted to make this video obviously for awareness purposes only. So if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so if you know all about Ken, then you might have the same opinion that I do, but I'll link other videos down below. I think this guy is so sketchy. I think he's very bizarre, and I think that he is, like some other people that I have covered on my channel, very driven by money. And I want to just insert this right in the beginning of the video because I receive a fair amount of backlash from people saying, oh, well, we're all driven by money. You work a job, you're driven by money. We're all driven by money. I think being driven by money is okay if you're going about earning your money in a fair manner. The problem with a lot of people that I talk about as a commentary channel, they are either using their children in order to make money, they're putting out scams to their subscribers to make money, they are exploiting victims of violent crimes to make money, or they're just branding themselves as somebody that they are not. And if you want to go ahead and give a horrible, morally bankrupt person your cash, go for it. But some of us like to be informed on who we're spending our time watching and supporting on social media. Being a social media creator is a huge genre. Like, it's grown so quickly over the past even 3 years that, especially in this like post-pandemic world, a lot of people found an audience during the pandemic, and they've been able to grow that audience and make a life for themselves. And I typically think that that is amazing. But there are some bad apples out there, and I think that Ken is one of them. So basically, Ken took a little break from social media and from TikTok, and he has come back and launched a website called Detectives HQ. And I'm going to go ahead and play his video and do a little reaction. It's only a minute and a half long, but he has a couple things to say that I think are, as a from a consumer's standpoint and somebody who doesn't know a whole lot about technology, and I'm not in IT, like that's not my field, but even I listen to this and I'm like, whoa, 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 I would never put my info on this website. So let's go ahead and allow him to have the floor, and I will insert my opinions throughout.
On your phone right now, that means Detectives HQ is live. So let me show you what I've been working on over the last 2 months.
It ended up taking 3 months, not 2, to build Detectives HQ from scratch, but I'm back and I missed you guys, so all content related to the investigation will be over there from now on. It's gonna all be removed from my page. What's really cool is that we are now working directly with the police, as of yesterday, to feed them the information that comes.
Okay, so first red flag is, just to be real petty, he didn't miss his followers. He missed being able to exploit things to make money, my opinion. When he's introducing this Detectives HQ as a platform where a victim of a crime puts in their information into Detectives HQ, and Detectives HQ feeds that information to the police. Do you realize, I think most of y'all will realize what a problem that is. If you are a victim of a violent crime, if you have some creepy guy or creepy girl following you around your neighborhood and you feel like you are unsafe, if you have a family member or a friend or even just an acquaintance go missing and you for any reason need the help of law enforcement authorities, I would hope that nobody would give info of any kind to a random website before they would call law enforcement. Because number one, let's play a scenario real quick. I'm out one night walking my dog and there's some weird person who is tailing me, and I think that they saw me, walk into my house and I'm really scared. I don't know what to do. If I feel like somebody might be outside of my home, my residence, and I am fearful, so scared that I'm probably sweating and shaking and really freaked out by this, why on earth would I waste even 2 seconds clicking on Detectives HQ when I can call 911, give them the report, and they can have an officer at my house, hopefully in just a couple of minutes?
Through that platform. So if you've had an incident, whatever, you can go to the platform, you can tell me where it was, when it was, it gets approved by an admin, it'll get mapped, and that gets fed directly to the police now. So it's good to be back. This page will go back to being my traditional content, and I have 2 months of video ideas that I couldn't make. So yeah, to have my entire lived experience being validated by a bunch of people who don't know me is kind of crazy. Look at that. That is an actual police report filed January 8th. So when the documentary comes out about this, it's going to be great. Actually, TMZ was here a month ago to film it, so that should be out in September.
So because TMZ is doing allegedly some documentary, we're supposed to have any faith in that? TMZ is like one of the lowest grades as far as where people go to like get their information. I read TMZ for entertainment, like it's literally entertainment. I don't take what they say and use it as fact without looking at a different website to actually fact check it. Like, that is a celebrity gossip platform, and they're doing a documentary about Ken. Sure, Ken.
I want to apologize again and take full responsibility for anything that I actually did, but I am not going to apologize for things that I did not do in theories made up by a bunch of internet trolls who do not know me. These things are now fully separate, as they always should have been, once again.
This argument is used quite often by people online. They build a platform, and then when they are called into question, they're exposed for being a bad person, they're caught scamming people like Ken did. He took money from a victim's family that wanted help finding their missing family member, and he promised them an in-person meeting. He took the money and he did a no-show. He ignored them, and he only refunded that person once he was called out on so many different people's pages. So Ken, what people like Ken and, Ken and people like him, what they fail to realize is I don't have to know you in real life to get a gauge of how scummy you are by watching your content. Now, I do my best to not hop on my channel and watch 1 or 2 videos from someone and then say, oh, they're awful, blah, 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 and just run off at the mouth, because that is, judging somebody. I try to at least watch a few videos to get a handle on what do they do, like, are they consistent, are they not consistent, am I watching a video from 2 years ago, is this from 2 days ago, like, what's going on here, just to get a little bit of a gauge. And that's what works for me. I'm not saying it works for everybody, but with Ken specifically, going back to who we're watching here, Ken, nobody needs to know you in real life or even on a personal level to see that you exploit victims of violent crimes for your own financial gain. You have been caught in so many lies, and then you want to come back with a, flip out a business card and act like that's going to validate your story. I love when people have been caught in lies. There have been a lot of people that have done this. You're literally caught in a lie. People say, hey, you're a liar, don't really like you, I don't like this is how I feel about it. And then they come back and say, well, you don't really know me. But you lied, and you exploited victims of violent crimes. So we know enough to say that you're a garbage piece of person, in my opinion.
My apologies for that. It took me a while to process everything that happened and to come to terms with it, and to attempt to invalidate a victim's lived experience is kind of insane. So I do really want to say thank you to all of my friends that did reach out to me, that did care to check on me. And to anyone who's still a hater and is still here, like, go touch some grass.
You know what's also crazy? Ripping people off, being dishonest, exploiting people that are going through literal nightmares. That's also really crazy. And that's something that a lot of people have the same opinion about. And when those people decide to come onto their platforms and share their opinions about your public content, that's social media in a nutshell. You cannot, like, you literally, these people that build platforms and then expect people to just be quiet. No, 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 you shut up, be quiet. Even though I'm over here scamming people and lying, I don't want to hear your opinion. Your opinion is invalid. Now, if you're here to stroke my ego, participate with my new creepy little website, Detectives HQ, if you're here to leave heart emojis, if you want to, somehow help me make more money, then you're welcome. But as soon as you start to question these people, you become a hater, a detractor, and somebody that is just ruining somebody's, entire mental health. Like, here's the thing, and I'm also going to play Meredith Lynch's video about this.
Can I just say, I'm really pissed off that Ken is back for so many reasons. But if you go watch his video about Detectives HQ, he is encouraging people to report things to him, and then he will feed it to the Chicago PD. I feel like that's dangerous. Don't go to Ken. Ken took money from victims' families under the guise that he would have a meeting with them, and then ghosted them and kept the money. And he only returned the money and apologized to this person when he was called out on a public platform. And we don't know how many other people he has done that to. He also had a barrage of racist and homophobic tweets. It's a struggle snuggle. We also have not seen any proof from Chicago PD that they are working with Ken directly. Yes, he's flashed some business cards. Yes, he's said that he, talked with someone or emailed with someone. But he is telling people, if you have an incident, come on my platform, Detectives HQ, report the incident, and I will feed it to the police. Do not do this. This is actually dangerous, in my opinion. You go on the Chicago PD website, you can file a police report directly with them. You can anonymously submit a tip. Don't send your stuff to Ken. He has proven himself to not be trustworthy, and I think it's ridiculous that he has come back like this. You know what, Ken? We had all moved on. We were all leaving you alone. If you had come back, and I actually had heard rumblings like you were still like making content, whatever. If you had come back and been like, oh, here's like tech content, or you have tried to go viral over so many things, okay? And go back to one of those old things. You want to do that? Fine. But what you are doing now, in my opinion, is dangerous. And also, referring to the people who called you out as internet trolls, even though the story was picked up by NBC National News, Rolling Stone, I'm not a troll. I'm right here.
But I want to close out with this because I know that mental health is so fragile. I have my own things that, I deal with, and it's difficult some days to be online, and sometimes it's just like one comment and it's like, okay, I was already having a bad day, now my day's worse, whatever. But if a couple of comments or a couple of people that are calling you into question, or even if they just don't like you, say they just don't like you and their reasons are really stupid and petty, if that is going to send you over the edge, it might be time to maybe take a longer break from social media. And instead of building a sketchy, schemy little website this time, maybe actually fully disconnect and reconsider, is social media still for me? Because it is completely fair if somebody can come out and admit that I built a social media platform, I had a good group of subscribers, I really liked making content for this period of time, but at this point, it is no longer making me feel good. It is affecting my mental health. I no longer like making content. It's not fun for me anymore. If somebody can at least be transparent about that part, I fully respect it, because I kind of understand like the frustration. But at the same time, every time you're frustrated, you can't come out and just lash out at people, get upset. You can't lie and then expect people to just believe it when it's literally been proven to be a lie. Like, he literally tried to say that the FBI was trying to recruit him. On top of exploiting people, on top of, other lies that he had told off and on. Like I said, I'll link my other videos down below if you're curious. But this is Ken's new business venture, and I think that it is an absolute joke. But I did want to provide this little update since he is back, and I covered his kind of mess that he made previously. But I'm going to film some other content. So for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.